or welcome back to my channel. My name is Coleen, and this is Lochabay Stitches, and this is Flosstube number 29. So happy November. Oh, I was really trying to get a Flosstube done on Halloween. It just didn't happen. So yeah, so lots going on. Today I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you. Some works in progress, some stuff I got kitted up, some stash, some finishes, some almost finishes. There's the whole kit and caboodles here today, and I have a mess. I am still trying to figure out a good rhythm or how to set up my workspace for working from home. And so yeah, so on that note, love my job. Love it. I love the work that we do. It's interesting to learn new things and the challenge of organizing information that can be challenging to organize and make look good. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it and hoping that we even pick up some more speed and get busier. So yeah, so I'm very grateful for that. Even though I get a little less stitching time, that's okay. I'm super grateful. But yeah, and so just trying to figure out how to set up my equipment in the workspace I have. I wanted to go shopping at IKEA to get some stuff to help better organize my space, but everything is out of stock everywhere. We even wanted to order some new furniture because the dogs have chewed up the end tables, so we need new end tables. 3 to 6 month wait, and it's oh no, so much for having new furniture for the holiday party. So that's not gonna happen. So I have to figure out something probably some sand and paint to make it look not so bad when company comes over. But yeah, other than work and regular life, super busy. Jazz and Sam have been doing pretty good. Sam did pretty good after his last surgery, but here's the big but. Last week, somehow, he tore one of his rear ACLs. It's called something different in a dog, but basically the human equivalent of the ACL in his back knee. So he gets to have surgery again. Oh, and that is not cheap. And so Jazz is going to get fixed next week. So we have 2 surgeries in 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to be playing nursemaid to 2 animals for a few weeks. Jazz should probably recover pretty quick. But Sam's surgery is a little extensive, so a 10-week recovery. So there's different hit points, and he's just a very happy, energetic puppy. So that's going to be a challenge keeping him off of his feet and getting him to heal. So, but yeah, we got to do what we have to do. But it's just better to get him fixed right so that he has a good life and no complications down the road. So yeah, but other than that, I've been good. Like I said, just busy and still trying to get some stuff done to show here on Flosstube once in a while. So I know it's kind of MIA. I think I only did one last month, and that's terrible. So I am going to try and do better this month. But yeah, so I was kind of going through. I was kind of bad. I totally went shopping one day. That's what happens when you get a steady paycheck, right? But I did do a little inventory. I have a whole bunch of things kitted up for next year. I need to come up with a solid plan for next year of what I want to do. I have so many patterns I need to get to. So I'm trying to decide if 2022 is going to be a moratorium on buying, unless it's a stitch along. But then you know how that snowballs, okay, it's only going to be for this, or it's only going to be for this. You know what happens. You see something that you have to have. So we'll see. I don't know what the plan's going to be for 2022 yet. And then one more exciting thing before I get started. I'm finally going to go get my hair done professionally on Saturday. So I'm super excited. So that's why my hair is kind of up. It's a hot mess. It's pretty gray. But yeah, so next week, I don't care how much it costs. I'm make me look like Jennifer Aniston. So, but yeah, no. So where should we start? I guess I'll start with some of the stash. So yeah, I don't know. I was bored one night laying in bed and decided I wanted to buy some more Halloween patterns. I was kind of trying to spread the wealth. I really haven't stitched a lot of fall patterns because I gravitate more towards Halloween, for fall type patterns. So, but yeah, so I'll just share some of the things that I purchased. Some of these also came from via watching other people's floss tubes, and in particular, the latest Fox and Rabbit. I'll put some links below. So if you don't watch Fox and Rabbit, you have to go watch them. They're awesome. But in their latest floss tube, she showed a whole bunch of Halloween patterns that she had bought, and so that sent me down that path. So I bought a couple of those too. So the first 2 are both from 𝗙𝗟𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘 from Etsy, and I'll put the link below. And the first one, I'll put the picture right here that shows what it is, but it's the, I don't even know if it has a name, but it's it's called Dance, 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 and it's hard to see from the PDF pattern. I cut it apart and tape it together so I can follow along better. But it's a frog and like a pumpkin girl dancing together. Of course, I saw the frog and I was like, oh, I have to have it. So this one, I haven't pulled any of the flosses yet for either one of these, but I kind of pulled a piece of fabric out of my stash. This is kind of iridescent. It has like a little bit of a sparkle to it, so it's hard to see, but just something I have in my stash. Obviously, it needs to be washed and ironed before I start, but just kind of like antique-ish looking, like some like pinks and browns. So that'll be for that. And then the other one that I got from her that Fox and Rabbit had gotten was, it's the, I think it's like the Spooky Family Portrait. I'll have to write the name below, but it's like a skeleton or a vampire boy and like a cat. It's really cute. So I thought that would be cute to hang up on my Halloween wall. So, and then I also purchased some fabric from my local needlework shop. It's 32 count Stormy Clouds. So that one's a little, you can kind of see it has like, it's like grayish, like a grayish blue color. So I thought that would go really good with that pattern because it's mostly black and white. So yeah, so I got those two patterns. And then there's a new pattern out from 𝗙𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦, and I didn't write the name of it out down here, so I'll have to write it below. But it's like a woodland girl, another one of her dreaming faces. And it kind of has like horns like a deer or an elk, I suppose. But like there's mushrooms. And I think the only thing I'm going to do different with this one, instead of her hair being so orange, I'm going to make it a little more brownish colored to kind of go like more like a deer. But so I pulled some fabric. So I have some fabric. It's kind of like, it's hard to see, but it's like some greens, like greens and browns. But it's really pretty. So that'll be for that one. And I pulled all the floss. So another one to go on the to-do pile. I'm telling you, I kind of went a little crazy. And then if you haven't seen this one, I really don't need, I have so many other things going that need attention as far as works in progress, but there's a free pattern from Owl Forest, and it's like autumn themed, and it's kind of similar to the ones I've done from them before, but it has like fox and squirrel. But yeah, I had to, as soon as I saw that pattern, I was like, no way. So I pulled some fabric. It's just kind of like a darker tea dye, but I saw somebody on Facebook in the Owl Forest group had posted that they started this, but their fabric was a really deep green, and it looked so pretty. So now I'm like torn about like either taking this piece and dyeing it. Like I'm gonna use, I substituted the threads for over dyed some dried thyme. Do I want to just keep it on brown, or do I want to darken my fabric? Because that, whoever did that made a good, it looks really pretty. The colors really go well and like show up really well against that dark fabric. So that's going to be a dilemma. But that, if you see the pattern, I'll put the pattern right here so you can see it. It's so pretty. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, another one. So, and then this next one, this is a pattern I've had for years. I'm pretty sure I purchased this off of 𝗙𝗡𝗞𝗦 probably about 7 or 8 years ago and just put it in my stash and never got around to it. But when I was shopping at the local needlework shop from Fabric Flare, it's the fabric that has the spider webs printed on it, and I really wanted to find something to stitch on it, so I pulled this one, and it didn't get done for Halloween. I thought it might, but it was the 𝗙𝗟𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘 from 𝗙𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦. I'll put the color picture right here. But I thought that would be really cute. I wanted to just find something to stitch on that, so that'll be for that, since it has, it's hard to see, but there's some spiders right there on the pattern. So yeah, so I pulled out the floss for that one. That one gets to go in the to-do pile too. And then I also, from 𝗙𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦, it's Halloween, so I'm gonna do mine in just two colors. So I pulled, it's cast iron skillet, and it was a limited edition floss, but it was kind of like the so I'm not even sure of the shade, but it was kind of like a yellowish green color, but it's just Halloween, so it's gonna be two colors. So I'll just do all black and then use that yellowish green for the yellow highlights. kind of like a silhouette pattern. And then I'm also going to do that on the 32 count Stormy Clouds. So I got another piece of that for that one. So, so yeah, so that one, I'll just go. Like I said, a lot of these I had picked up because I was trying to plan out my Halloween stitching, and not a lot got done. I don't know what happened, but probably, you know. But so next, I will move over to on Instagram. I have somebody that I follow, and I'll put her link below. But her username is Gracie Robles. And sorry if I said that wrong, but I'll put the actual link to her Instagram below. But for the month of November, she is hosting a Remember Me Stitch Along. So I just thought that was really fun, because I have a couple people that I've always wanted to stitch something for. Well, I mean, more than two, but I actually had two patterns specifically pulled out to stitch for somebody. But maybe about 6 months ago, I purchased from the Blue Flower, it's Huckleberry Farm. And you've probably seen it. But when I was younger, me and my brothers used to go pick berries all the time with my, it would be my dad's dad, but we called him Ampa. But all the time we'd go huckleberry picking, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. It didn't matter if it grew in the wild. We went out in the forest looking to pick them. My grandpa always seemed to know, like where all of like berry patches were. So random places, but I have such good memories of just being out in the woods, picking berries, and you know, you had to pick till your bucket was full. But I just thought it was so cute. It reminds me of him because the saying says, one for me, one for the basket. But a lot of times when we were kids, like if we would find rotten berries or berries like animals had half eaten like birds, we would have berry fights out in the woods. So, and even in our home patches, that was like a thing. So if you found rotten berries, you knew that you were either going to get hit by one or you found a berry to throw at somebody. So I know that sounds probably terrible, but it really was just in good fun and good memory. So, but I have fabric for it and everything. I'm just going to do mine. It's kind of like a slate blue color. But I have all the floss pulled for that. So I'll just start it. At least I have a start. And it'll get done like whenever. And then the other one, I can't find it. I have it kitted up somewhere. And I looked all over this morning. But I'm going to stitch, I had originally I was going to stitch Shores of a Hawk Run Howl. And I've just never gotten around to it. But one of the squares in there is like a little remembrance square. It's like looks like an ocean with a little sailing boat. And underneath it says like in remembrance of like somebody. So, but I'm going to switch out and put the name for my stepdad that passed away in 2006, right before I joined the Army. So I don't know why I always looked at that square and always just thought of him. So I want to stitch that, either make it into a little frame or maybe an ornament or something, but when I can find it. But if you saw the mess that I had going here right now, you wouldn't be shocked of why I can't find it. So, but yeah, so if you get a chance, join in the stitch along. Like, I don't know, for me, missing somebody is always a little bit bittersweet, but it helps me sometimes like to have something like that visual that you can look at and just, you know, remember good thoughts, and that person's kind of just always there then. So like they're always on your mind, or, you know, like you can just visually once in a while just look up and remember that person. So, but I just thought it was a really great idea. So I'm so fun she's going to host that. So, yeah, if you can join in. And then, so things that I've stitched on, I have been working on, and I'm almost done with, I'll pull it up the Q stamps real quick, was the Stitch Along from Barbara Anna from Halloween, Witchy Dreams Stitch Along. So I'm almost done. I just have the right side of her face to finish stitching, and a little bit of her in her hat. So probably tonight I'll be able to finish this. I probably could have gotten it done last night, but I threw in the towel at about 11 o'clock, which was a good thing because the dogs had me up at 3:30. So yeah, so I'm super excited to have this one done and framed up, and I'm starting to kind of like make a wall of all the Dreaming Girls down my hallway. So one of these days I got to do a tour. One of these days I have to do a lot of things. But so I've been stitching on that, and then I've been stitching on, I bought a new pattern from 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘, Christmas with the Gnomes. So I downloaded that probably like about a week ago. But this is how far I've gotten. It's so cute. I love this pattern. But that's it close up. So all the little gnomes. There's like a skiing gnome. They're on a sled. He's decorating a tree. But there's all kinds of different things. So, but I got a good start on it. So I would say I'm about like a third of the way done probably. But, and then the fabric I got, actually ordered this from Stony Creek. It's from Fabric Flare. And I couldn't find it anywhere else, but they had a piece. So it's kind of just like cream colored with the polka dots. And originally I thought the polka dots were smaller, but I think that worked out okay. And maybe I'll add some like little white French dots to make like smaller snowflakes or something. So yeah, so other than that, that's about the only stitching that I've gotten done. So not a terrible amount, good amount, but hey, for me, some is better than none, so I still get to put the needle and thread through the fabric, so. But yeah, so my pile, this is my pile from last month though. I still have a whole bunch of things to frame up. So my framing pile from last year to this year has not gotten any smaller because I'm backed up again, so maybe like I just need to take like a weekend and go out in the garage and just hammer a bunch of stuff out. But I like every night I try to do a little bit of something out there, even if it's just for an hour. But some of the things can be time consuming. So, but I will move on to the finishes this week. So let's see, where should I start? So some of them I ended up doing just I reclaimed frames. So some of the frames are Goodwill recycled frames. Just because I like to have a little bit of variety on the wall. So like I do like my carved frames or painted frames, but then I like to have something that just has a simple frame on it so that it kind of breaks up the like eye or whatever. So, but the first one that I got done, this one I was super excited to show. This is the black pumpkin from 𝗙𝗟𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘, and I got this pattern from Etsy, but I think I showed it before. But it's like a sampler pumpkin. But this is what it came out like. And on the back, I ended up putting like a button. But I carved a little stem. So this was a good learning experience. I really like how it came out, but I didn't think about when I like pulled the threads. There's like a little underneath here. I need to make it more rounded so it sits down in there nice. But yeah, so I just carved a little stem. It came out really cute. But for not being like the greatest finisher or sewer, I was pretty excited with this. So yeah, you can check it out. I'll put the link below to the pattern. But I really like it. And then I also bought some other fabrics. I'm going to do a couple more with some different colored fabrics. But like this one just is like a black and tan that kind of matches the front fabric. But I also bought some really cute plaid. And then this one's really cute too. So like some oranges and blacks, depending on the color fabric that I stitch it on. Or instead of using black, I might use like an over dye that's like a dark orange or something. So yeah, so I was super excited to get this one done. So yeah, so 𝗙𝗟𝗢𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘 designed the black pumpkin. And then this next one, I don't have it finished yet, but I still wanted to show it. This was a pattern from, I think it was called Haunted Halloween from Pine Mountain. And it was one of the pillow edges, but I didn't want to do a pillow. So I just stitched the pattern on 28 count, and then I'm going to frame it. So this is what I did with the frame. So I only kind of distressed it kind of halfway up. So it's kind of like, I don't know, more like spooky. And then I carved like a bunch of like a little pumpkin row. So this will be on the bottom. But then I'm going to use some green wire to make like tendrils that kind of are climbing up the frame. And then I think I'm going to carve like a little tiny bat to go up on top. But I really like how this one came out. And this one, first I painted purple underneath the frame. So when I like lightly kind of rubbed it, you can kind of see a little bit of purple shows through. So I really like how that came out, like only doing it on part of the frame. So that was a good experiment that I didn't have to start over. So, but yeah, so hopefully by next time that one will be finished, and then I'll show it. I'll either show it on Instagram, or next time I film, I'll show how it came out. And then this next one, this was a freebie pattern that I've lost. And it came from an overseas designer. I ordered something and it was included like in my package. And it was just on a small piece of paper folded up. So I either lost it in my husband's truck and he accidentally threw it away, or I lost it at the laundromat. But it's just a little freebie, and it just says Little Witch. But this was a frame from Hobby Lobby. It was marked down to $2 like in their bargain bin. And it was originally just a white frame, like kind of like a white distress frame. So I just painted it. So I kind of like speckled, taped it. I just taped it off, painted it black, taped off this part in the middle, and then painted it to match her face with like some little speckles. And then I carved a little crow to sit up on top. He's kind of hard to see. But yeah. So I like how that one came out. So this one I wanna go find like a little black stand, or it'd be really cool if I could find like a little Halloween black metal stand for this one. So I might have to get online and look around and go shopping or something. So then the next two, these I just ended up using. These are frames that I cut down that came from like Goodwill or just like a what do you call it, thrift store or something. So this one was from Plum Street Samplers. 𝗙𝗟𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗨𝗕𝗘. I'm not sure if that's the name. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah, I just thought this frame went really good with it. It'll be good from a Halloween wall. So yeah, cheap frame, like probably only cost like 50 cents or $1. Just cut it down and glued it back together. But yeah, so that's that one. And I still have to put backs and hangers on all of them. But I'll do that before I put them on Instagram. And then this last one, this was from Barbara Anna, and this came from the Primitive and Punch Needle magazine, the fall issue. And this is also, I need to go find some gold putty. So these need to be puttied up. But this was another frame. This actually came off of, it looked like a 1970s print. And if you looked at it, it had like all those like olive and yellow tones and orange tones. And honestly, it was kind of hideous, and I always wondered what I was going to do with it. And then this came along. So this was, I think, Autumn Squirrel. I'll have to look at the name again. But the frame just goes perfectly with it. It has, like, that mustard color, but then if you can kind of see, there's, like, those brownish. It's the same tone as that brown in there, but it's kind of gold, too. But it came out so cute. And it actually is just, like, perfect for it. Where I would have never wanted to put this frame on anything. Like if you would have saw the print that it was in, it's kind of ugly, but but yeah, so but that's about it. So yeah, I'll have to get all those backed up and finish cleaning up, but I just didn't want to wait another day to film a Flosstube, and I've been so far behind. But yeah, so this next couple weeks, I have a bunch of things I need to like get laid out. I have a couple things I need to do for Christmas stitching. So I'll have to figure out like what my stitching plans are, and then see where I'm at on my 1 a week challenge. And then probably, like I said, Jazz has surgery next week, then Sam the next week. And then, so basically like my work time is limited to weekends, you know, just for work. But, I definitely want to do a end of year parade that shows everything that's been framed, that's still waiting to be framed. So that one might be a long one. So on that note, I'm also probably one night this week, I have to go get a new phone. My phone is, I shamefully admit, it's a Galaxy 5 or 6. And my bank app, I just tried to update it and it said, sorry, we no longer support you. So I'm like, oh no, I really don't want to pay for a new phone because it still pretty much works and it's not the greatest, but so yeah, so that'll probably help me though with my filming, because right now I'm limited. Normally when I film on my phone, I only have like 24 minutes or 25 minutes before it like starts splitting it up or something. So, but yeah, so well, thanks for joining me this week. So sorry I've been kind of MIA, but like I said, just it seems like there's so many moving parts these days, trying to keep up with everything, but at the same time, it's a little bit fun. Like I said, I love my job, but I still love doing this stuff, so I just need to find a better balance. And like once I get everything organized and the furniture from IKEA gets off back order, my life will be a lot easier. So, but anyway, yeah, so I'll put links to everything below, to the stitch along and all the patterns and stuff like that. So hopefully you have been doing good. And yeah, I miss doing this, so I need to find a way to get on here more often than once a month. But anyway, so yeah, comment below what you're working on, or if you have any stitch alongs. Like I said, I really need to think about 2022 and what my stitching plan is going to be. And getting things done, or if I'm just gonna go with the flow. I don't know. But so yeah, let me know below what's going on in your life, or what you're stitching on, or any fun, interesting holiday plans or holiday stitching plans or whatever. So next time you see me, I'll have a beautiful new do, and I'm sure I won't look like Jennifer Aniston, but hey, girl can hope, right? So anyway, I hope you have a great week. I've missed you all, and happy stitching. Bye.